in the webinar I spoke about before, you also stated you're a big believer in calendaring and time blocking. Can you tell us why that is, and tell us a little bit about your calendaring process?
Sure. I'm a big believer in the power of the calendar. I mean, we all have our different rhythms, right? So for me, I have a nice, it makes sense for me in my brain to plan out the week on Sunday. So on Sunday morning, before the kids get up, I will block out the week as best as I can, right? And that again requires intentionality, requires effort to get ahead of the week, right? Because if we don't control the week, it's going to control us. So let's preemptively get in front of the week and manage what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. But this comes down to, again, I keep saying 80-20, right? What's productive work? If it's truly busy work, it shouldn't be on my calendar, right? I got to give it to someone else, but it's productive work that I am good at doing, right? That's within my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is super thin and small. There's only so many things out there because the vast majority are better for me to delegate to those who are far superior to me in getting those things done. But for that tiny slice of things that I do that are truly productive for me, I want to maximize the week. I want to squeeze that lemon as dry as I can of productive work. So Sunday mornings for me, Nick, I just will look at the week and say, okay, Tuesday, it's 12:45, gonna work on that 30-minute marketing campaign or whatever it is. Assign it a window and make sure it gets done. And I love time management. I love talking about it, learning about it, because there's so much to learn, I find. And there's a gentleman by the name of Brian Tracy. I don't know if people on the call have heard of him, but he's a time management guru, success speaker. And his phrase is "eat the frog," meaning, eat the frog. Do that thing at the beginning of your day that you're dreading doing. You don't want to do it. Nick, you're looking at kind of like, I don't want to freaking do that on that day, but eat the frog, right? Put it down the calendar so then it gets done when it needs to get done. For me, I like to kind of, again, eat the frog first thing in the morning, get that discovery out of the way, get that motion, that whatever it may be. And so if that's on the calendar for, say, Wednesday at 8 a.m., it's going to get done because I've made a commitment to myself. I've become, I'm intentional and put that down. So it's going to get done. And just one other small idea, which to me sort of was fairly substantial, this thing called Parkinson's law. And from what I understand, Parkinson's law says that time expands to the degree in which we allow it to. For example, if you say, drafting that complaint will take me 2 hours, it'll take you 2 hours. But if you say, I'm going to, do that in an hour and a half, there's a really good chance your brain will anticipate and execute and getting it done in an hour and a half. So be careful the time parameters you put on projects and tasks or whatever you're doing in the week. Try to narrow that down a little bit. And I can practically, assure you that it will get done, that condensed time. You've just saved half an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. You've just become more productive, become more lean, more efficient with your time. But it kind of went off on that. But just back to your original question about calendaring, time blocking. Maybe that's Saturday afternoon for you, or whatever, Friday afternoon for the following week. Just give that, be again sensitive to getting the week started on the right foot. You'll feel empowered. You'll feel in control. You'll feel so productive because it's on the calendar. It's going to get done. I'm making myself accountable to get that done, and it's going to feel good. I'm going to just knock that out, go on to the next thing, and have a really good week, and leave work Friday knowing I just had a kick butt kind of week.